traveller,
Now we are going to talk about grammar for this lesson. Negative questions. Read the examples and notice the words in bold. In which sentence does the speaker in the dialogue expect the listener to agree? In which sentence does the speaker express surprise? Didn't you want to make a deposit? In this sentence, the speaker expresses surprise. Isn't that the same as a cash card? The speaker expected the listener to agree with him. Now we are going to know or to learn how to make a negative question. To make a negative question, we want to have auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb means verb to be, am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, plus not, plus subject, plus main verb. We use negative question for two reasons. To express surprise, like haven't you been to the city center before? When we expect the listener to agree with us, don't you want to come to the museum with us? So you can't make a negative question by using auxiliary and use not plus subject plus main verb. Now we are going to talk about question tags. Read the examples, notice the words in bold, and then complete the rules by circling the correct words. You charge commission. You charge commission, don't you? In this sentence, we have the verb charge. Don't you, it is the question tag. But it worked before, didn't it? I can't use internet banking with that account, can I? Question tags are short questions which we put at the beginning or end of a sentence. They are formed with an auxiliary, a main verb, like these verbs am, is, are, was, were, have, has, do, does, did, can, could, will, etc. And a subject personal pronoun. We can't use a noun. We use a pronoun like I, he, she, it, they, we, you. We can't use the name like Ahmed, Muhammad, Yasir. We use positive negative question tag with a negative sentence and a positive or negative question tag with a positive sentence. To make a question tags are short questions at the end of a statement. We use them for when we are not sure about something, we are not sure, when we want the other person to agree with us. That's the main use of question tag. To form a question tag, we need to read the statement correctly or carefully to decide if the sentence or the statement has a main verb or auxiliary like am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, can, will, would, may, any verb of these verbs that makes the question tag is easy. You take the auxiliary or the helping verb and put it at the end of the sentence. If the auxiliary is negative, we put it positive. If we have a name, we change it to noun. Like this example, Tom, we change it to he. Here, couldn't is negative, so we write it positive, could. and we put the auxiliary verb or the helping verb first, and after that we put the noun, personal noun, and put the question mark. If the statement is negative, the question is positive. If the statement is positive, we put the question tag in negative form. Here, when the statement is affirmative, we use a negative question tag. The boys are at school. Here we have are, so we put are and add not if aren't. It's better to use the short form. We can't say are not they. It's wrong. You should say aren't they. When the statement is negative, we use a positive question tag. She hasn't seen the doctor yet. Here we have has plus not hasn't. It is negative. So we write it has in positive, and you put she and then question mark. She hasn't seen the doctor yet. Has she? Here we have a note. Be careful with the following question tags. If the statement begin by I am, we can't say amn't I. It is wrong. We write aren't I. It is a special case. I am, it changed to aren't I. If we make a suggest by let's, we write it shall we. Let's, it changed to shall we. If we have an imperative sentence, open that door, close the window, turn on the lights. It is imperative sentence, so we write at the end will you. The question tag is will you. Open that door, will you. Here we are going to do exercise to practice what we have studied before. Read situations and make negative questions. Number 1. You're surprised that your brother doesn't know how to use a cash machine. What do you say? Here asked us to make a negative question. So we have the main verb doesn't know. So we write don't you know to use a cash machine? Don't you know to use a cash machine? We use don't because we have the subject you. Don't you. Don't forget that we form a negative question. We begin with auxiliary subject. After that, we get the main verb. Don't you know how to use a cash machine? Also, we can say can't you use a cash machine? Can't you use a cash machine? Number 2. You see a man who you think went to the same school as you. What do you say to him? Here we have went, the main verb in past. So we use didn't we go to the same school, or didn't you go to the same school as me? Your best friend buys a new book, but you are quite sure he's read it before. Here we have has, the auxiliary verb, so we say hasn't he or haven't you. Because you say the words for someone, you say haven't you read book before? B. Complete the dialogues with the correct question tags. 1. Saud, you went to the bank today. To make a question tag, you should decide which the verb here. Here we have a main verb or a base verb went. Went is the past for go, so we use did. The statement here is affirmative, so we make the question tag negative. didn't you? No, you didn't tell me to go. Here we have auxiliary, didn't. It is in negative form, so we make the question in positive or affirmative form. So we take did you. Yes, I did. Sorry, you can go tomorrow. Here we have can. So we use it, but in negative form. So we say, can't you? Of course. 2. The banks are closed today. Here we have are, so we use it. In negative, aren't they? You should be careful. You should use the short form. Don't say are not they. Aren't they? Yes, but there is a cash machine around the corner. You've seen it. Here we have have. So we use it in negative, haven't you? You are right. I'll go there. You won't be long. Won't, the short form for will not. So we use will you. No, I just need to check something. You don't have internet banking. Here we have do, don't, do you. No, I don't. Exercise number 5. Intonation. Listen and repeat. In which sentence is the speaker not sure about something and wants to confirm it? In which sentence is the speaker sure and expects the listener to agree? Listen and then decide which sentence for not sure or expects the listener to agree.
5. Intonation. A. Listen and repeat. In which sentence is the speaker not sure about something and wants to confirm it? In which sentence is the speaker sure and expects the listener to agree?
There's a new bank on Greenfield Street, isn't there? There's a new bank on Greenfield Street, isn't there?
Here in the first sentence, there is a new bank on Greenfield Street, isn't there? Here the arrow is up, so it is the intonation is rising. So here the speaker sure and expects the listener to agree. When the intonation is falling, it means that he not sure about something and wants to confirm. Listen and repeat is the intonation rising or falling. Listen to each sentence and then you decide if the intonation rising or falling.
B. Listen and repeat. Is the intonation rising or falling? 1.
You'll lend me some money, won't you?
2.
Faisal hasn't closed his bank account, has he?
3.
Your cousin lives in Riyadh, doesn't he?
4.
We aren't working this Saturday, are we?
5.
You change your PIN number often, don't you?
6.
Tom didn't spend all the money, did he?
Now listen again, sentence by sentence.
You'll lend me some money, won't you?
On you, here the intonation is rising.
Faisal hasn't closed his bank account, has he?
Rising intonation.
Your cousin lives in Riyadh, doesn't he?
Doesn't he? Falling.
We aren't working this Saturday, are we?
Falling. Rising intonation. Number 5.
You change your PIN number often, don't you? Tom didn't spend all the money, did he?
Rising intonation. Now we are going to do some exercises on workbook. A. Circle the correct words. 1. I went to the bank to get some information on internet, charge or banking. Get some information on internet, banking. A very polite person explained everything to me and even gave me various brochures or envelopes to look at. The truth is that I still deposed or hesitated to use it because I don't know how safe it is. I still hesitate. I am very worried about my friend Nate. I wanted to know his various latest news about his job. To know the latest news. So I called him, but he didn't exchange or accept my phone call. He didn't. I thought he was busy. I called again, but he was very upset and refused swallowed to talk about it. Refuse. I don't know what's wrong. It's better for you to do this exercise as a homework. Also, exercise C. Put the dialogue in the correct order, write 1 to 9 as a homework. Exercise D, we are going to do it to show the form of question tag. Read and complete with the correct question tag. 1. Hey Brad, you didn't take the envelope that was on the kitchen table. Here we have didn't, so we use it in positive form. Did you? No, why? You haven't lost it. Haven't, we use it. Have you? Well, actually, I can't find it, and my new PIN number was in that envelope. You're kidding. Here we have are in positive, so we change it into negative. Aren't you? No, I am not. I left it here this morning. Go and ask James. Maybe he's seen it. 2. You've read this book. Here we have short form of for have, so we use it have, haven't. No, I haven't. It's won an award. Here we have has, so we say hasn't it. I am not sure. You have to read it. It's great. I will. What's the author's first name? I don't remember. It isn't Abdullah, so we say is it. That's the one. Thanks for this time. See you next time again, inshallah.